So episode 1, we're starting with 500 fresh applicants, which I'm just amazed that 500 people are brave enough to do this jump split. This jump split is so hard. So 500 applicants, 23 new, pretty much. Half the class is new, a lot of veteran. There's a high veteran turnover for the last season. Of course, you know, once again, just saying Kelly is our, you know, facing president, like director of Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders. And then we have Judy, which is our head choreographer, just, you know, putting these players into her. So there's supposed to be a squad of 36. There's a squad of 35 last year, which is very controversial, but 36 because there's 4 group leaders. So basically, a couple of girls who stood out to me at least was Kelly V. I have on here face expressions. I feel like she definitely upgraded her face expressions this time. Ariel, you know, I gotta go for the black girl. I like her a lot. Her personality, like I call her Princess Ariel in my head. She's stunning, gorgeous. Claire Marie, I have her as Miss Missouri. I think I have a little bit of bias here because Claires are cute. But I like Claire Marie. She's really cool. Abby Dancer, I have her as Abby Dancer. Like that should be her first and last name. Abby is just a kick butt dancer. Like she's what I call a powerhouse dancer. She comes from, I think it all came from like almost like a competitive cheerleading, you know, like combined with hip hop, a lot of ballet. But she is, to me, like I'm rooting for Ariel, I'm rooting for Claire Marie, I'm rooting for Abby Dancer, and then I have Maddie as the baby. Just once again, just the fact that they had that many people audition again, because you know, I'm gonna do like my review and all that in between too. So like, I feel like people don't understand that like once something goes viral, especially the choreography of Thunderstruck, a lot of people that went viral a lot, very big, and then a lot of just interest has been refreshed. You know me, like if you know me personally, you'll know like I was always enamored with DCC. I almost auditioned. I got the jump kick and I got the jump split and everything. I got the split and everything. And then like the pay, you know, of course, you know, we'll talk about that as the season progresses, but definitely for sure, like the pay was a big thing for me. $50, like $50, like these ring lights, I think I've trashed and destroyed at least like $50 worth of ring lights since I started being a content creator 5 years ago. So definitely that. But yeah, definitely a concern that Kelly and they opened the episode with is just that she was crying.
Okay, so that's better than avoiding me or not answering me.
I'm also cheering for a lot of the girls who didn't make it from the last season. The redhead one, I think I have her on here. I don't have her name yet, I'm so sorry. The redhead one, and then Dayton was another one. She's another legacy. A lot of legacies tend to, I mean, it's kind of similar to like Doctors Make Doctors. Like a lot of legacies tend to come and re-audition on the show as well. This time with auditions as well, this part was different, was the fact that they had it on mostly online, and then they had like a big search online, and they had the one that they had in person, because usually they have like a couple like where they're going city to city. I think that also shows to the level of interest, is that there were so many applicants who are like, okay, we're gonna have to just do it up. We're just gonna have to do an online cutoff before this. We're gonna do an online cutoff before we even start, as well as that. And then they turn like a video in, and then they did the auditions and everything. Like, well, just like seeing what type of girls they want here and other. I gotta give them this before I get into the veterans. I have to give them this, like, to be able to decipher, because I would be so sad if like I'm at a tired point in my day and I'm just going through these auditions. I was like, oh my god, who is that? Should I take this person? Should I not? I'm tired. Like, but those are my 5 standouts. Just once again, Kelly V, Ariel, Princess Ariel, Claire Marie, Abby, and then Maddie K, who's the baby. And then two, a lot of high turnover. If you guys remember from last time on America's Sweethearts, like a lot of the high turnover. Kelsey and then Victoria were two of my favorites, at least, regardless of what Reddit wants to send or whatever. But like those are two of my favorites. But speaking of veterans, so I'm just going to go into the veterans. So veterans and DCC are basically someone who's been there for more than years. So basically sophomore and on. Okay, sophomore and on of someone who's been there for a year. So the veterans that are here is Reese. Reese is now married. It's her second year as a veteran. Shondi, who is a 6-year veteran. She's basically taking over for Kelsey did. And Kelsey, I told you this, Kelsey looks like the evil Ariel, the one when Ursula, like she looks like her, like I don't know what her name is on it. Vanessa? Is it Vanessa? Okay. She looks like her. Like she's gorgeous. Jada, my fellow Amazonian 510 crew, where y'all at? We can see you. Okay. She's returning this year, but she's also retiring this year after 5 years. And then Dayton, who is a legacy, this is gonna be her third time auditioning, and she hasn't made the team as of yet. And just from looking, Dayton's hair is thinning a little bit, and you know me, clear hair, like you know I'm a hairstylist to me. I feel like, to me, what you don't say your body tells. So Dayton, pretty much little miniature story about Dayton before we get into the next season, next episode. But little story about Dayton. Dayton has this thing where like she wants to do great by her mom. Like her mom's a DCC and she wants to get in it as well. But my thing is, like, as someone who also pretty much like wants to, I'm trying to think I put it in words, wants to always make their parents proud. Like I don't do that a lot. Yeah, I don't listen. But like it's just, I get where she's coming from. Like they want, like my parents wanted me to be a doctor, engineer, or a liar. You know, I'm coming from, that's how the Haitian community works. But I found my own way. So I feel like, to me, watching Dayton kind of Dayton's story is kind of parallel to Victoria's story in a way. So definitely for sure there. So after the auditions, they go from, after auditions of like 500 applicants, they have to choose 45 to put to training camp. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's so scary. So the veterans, I have on here that I'm going for Reese, Jada, Armani wore an outfit I didn't find flattering. Okay, you'll have to look that up. I have on here rookie. The rookies that I liked was Maddie, that's the baby, Abby Dancer, basically that, Princess Ariel, Charlie, and then Dayton. I feel like during her audition, I liked it, but I felt like she was in her mind, like her mom was in her mind. Like it was like, I did this, but I didn't do this. I didn't do this, but I didn't do this. Like it felt like, I don't know. I feel like her mom was in her mind a lot, but that pretty much wraps up episode 1. It was a nice intro. I'll put it into later, like the later reviews, but I really wish that they would show more detail of the auditions, like so we can get to know the girl, get to know their talent, and you know, just the audition, like full on audition process. I feel like we're at the end of the audition process, so I don't know if maybe y'all in the crowds who just wanted drama is just like, skip past all that. I like watching the auditions. So I used to like watching Reese's audition compared to how she is now. Like it was like really nice to see like her transforming, and yeah, I'm coming from, like, it was really nice to see her transforming and seeing her get to the next level. So yeah, it was really interesting to watch. And then with Dayton, fun fact, Dayton's mom is one of the side choreographers. For some reason, I thought Judy did it all. That just shows the fact that I'm very ignorant in that aspect. I don't know why I thought Judy did it all, and then like they kind of just like, she had like an idea in her head of what the choreography should be, and then they kind of just did their own spin on it. Like I thought that's what it was, but like there's like, apparently there's a team of choreographers, you know, and Judy's just the head choreographer. You know, I'm coming from, not saying that's like her job is small, but I had no idea. I had no idea. I really thought it was like a full on. I thought it was a full on, like she took care of everything. So they're watching the auditions, and the auditions too, like that's another thing too, as well as like the judges. Like I'll put that at the end too, but I feel like, why is the weatherman a judge? Why is the weatherman a judge? You know, like I don't know why we're having a weatherman who's never put, oh, I don't know his business, but I've never seen, if you've never put your leg over your head in a split, like I don't think you should be judging anything. You know, you could be judging star power, but once again, why is a weatherman judging this show? But okay. Anyway, so we're gonna get to episode 2. So episode 2, training camp cuts. So basically, we finally made it. We chose our 45 girls, which to me is scary because there's only 36 spots. So that means you're gonna get rid of 9 girls' dreams and crush them. Anyways, so Kayla makes it to the training camp cut. She has auditioned before, and so she has come back. And then Charlie makes it, and then Dayton also makes it into training camp. So this part here that's kind of like a little bit scary is the fact that with the training camp kids, I feel like with the training camp cuts, like I get why they happen, but I'm also kind of like, Dayton's mom said some foreshadowing where she's like, don't even bring my daughter to the training camp if you know she's gonna get cut. She has a possibility of getting cut, right? That's just put that little pocket in your thing. So Shandi basically, Shandi is one of the veterans, year 6, the one's supposed to be replacing Kelsey. Judy likes her because Judy is like, she's very similar to me. Judy's more introverted, Kelly is more extroverted. But like she's more like she's gonna get her business done, but like she's kind of like very reserved. That doesn't mean she's not good at it. I mean, she's a head choreographer for at least the last 20-30 years. Like, you can't be too quiet. Hey, you're not doing the splits right. You know, like, hey, you know, like you gotta, I don't know, like she didn't get this far by being quiet, if that makes any sense. So so that's why she likes Shandi. As well, I wanted to get into a little bit of just them going over just the different aspects of the job. So they go over like trivia, media training. The pay is $500 a game. So allegedly, like I said, we don't know. We just know what they tell us. All right. But I know it has to be around $500 a game now. It was $50 when I wanted to try it in 2012. I know that was a long time ago. But basically, they're saying how like media training, they would do trivia like, hey, the Dallas Cowboys aren't having a good game. What do you think? And that's true. They would have like, that's one thing I can say is that that's good training because they will go up to a cheerleader knowing this is not her expertise and want to say, like, they're trying to test her character because she's like, oh yeah, Cowboys suck. It's just like, well, dang, you're like, not you wearing their uniform, you know, like, unfortunately you are a face for it. I have on here too, so Victoria update. We love Victoria. She looks so refreshed now. So she's officially retiring. And her mom kind of let the tea slip a little bit. She was just like, I don't feel like your sisters, they helped you, because there was a lot of fodder. I don't like to report stuff from Reddit because it's not credible to me. But it does have interesting points. They were just saying how like Victoria was like mean behind the scenes and her mom just let her get away with it because her mom's a legacy. So that was that piece there. What's another thing that happened in the episode? She's just leaving Texas. Like, it's one thing to leave, DCC, but she's leaving Texas, she's gonna move to New York. So later in the episodes, I'll talk about that as well. That she is actually leaving the state. It's gonna be her first time. I feel like she's very, not to psychoanalyze, but I do feel like she's very attached to her mom, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like she's never really had to go outside of that. And I feel like to her detriment, like, once again, very linear to Dayton's issue where she's trying to be like her mom, and she's basically trying to be like her mom, and like she wants to live for her mom pretty much. And you only have one life. Trust me on this. Like, as someone who lives for herself, You only have one life, and I'm so glad I stopped trying to be a people pleaser to my parents. So I really hope for her to get that there. What else takes place with cuts? Like they're basically making, one or two cuts like here and there. So far, there's been no cuts so far from the training camp, even though we were trying to get to a squad of 36, from 45. And I think just the psychology behind that, we're going to talk about the group leader votes in a little bit. Just the psychology behind that. They always ask, like, whenever winning a race, who has the worst of it, like winning second or third place. Third place winners, the bronze winners, have a tendency to be more happier than the second place winners because you were so close. So, like with them not making any cuts, just a blanket of self-doubt the whole time. So the next piece is group leader vote. So group leader. So this is kind of smart. It's almost military. So there's 36 girls. There's 4 group leaders, right? From what I know, 4 group leaders. And then like think about a squad of 9. So there's like 36 girls. Like each group leader is responsible for 8 other girls. Okay. So to me, it makes sense because when you're on that field, you can't be like, hey, number 4, stop that. Like if they have a group leader, like they'll get them right. They're pretty much like their coach, their everything. So of course the votes coming in at number 1, Shaundi, and I feel like for all deserved, Shaundi's been doing this for 6 years, which we'll talk about that time frame too. Shaundi's been doing this for 6 years. I think she deserves it. She has this it factor about her. Like she has this look when she like I'm coming from, like she's got this it factor about her. Like she's just got it. Coming in, of course, at number 2 is Megan. Megan's been doing this for a while. She's a 4-year veteran. And then Armani, our alopecia queen, coming out at number 5. And then Jada, I want to say Jada is 5 or 6. I don't know. But Jada is a veteran as well. So, they have their votes, which I feel like these 4 girls, like, I know they're more than likely to retire because of the time frame, but we name a better quadrant. Okay, we have 2 women of color who are group leaders. Like that's already iconic. Now we run into a problem with the girls, and that's Abby not knowing the choreography. Me and Abby are twins. Fun fact: I can play piano, I can play trumpet, and I cannot read music. I know. How did I get away with it? I have I have auditory memory. So if you play a song, da da da, I can play it CCE, like da da da, CCG. Like I can play it from auditory, but I cannot read no music. I'm sorry. So it's the same thing with Abby. Abby's like a great choreographer, and like Abby's like a great choreographer, and she can't learn choreography. Like I knew it because when I saw her, I was just like, I bet you she's not gonna be that good. She's not gonna be good at choreo. Like people, it's kind of like having a freestyle rapper and then have them write lyrics. Like it's really, really hard to do. So, I thought that was pretty funny. I thought that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny that she didn't know how to do choreography. Not ha ha. It's like I knew I was right because girl, I am with you, Abby. I am your friend. I am with you, my girl. I am with you. Like it's just having raw talent. Like choreography just sounds like rules. Like me, I dance a little bit on the side too, and I remember like it was like during Zumba class. I don't know if that's like considered dancing, but it was Zumba class, and so they had like a breakout section when you could do choreo. And it was to cut it. I couldn't figure out. I think the choreo was like, cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, like whatever. I couldn't figure out. He was like, all right, do it. I was like, help. Like, I can't do it. They said freestyle, cut it. I was like, cut it, cut it. Like, I could do that. But I can't do choreo. I feel her, girl. But choreo is 100% of the thing because you're relying on your team. They start going into everybody's job. Everybody's working a full-time job. Jada's a dermatologist assistant. Armani is a billing director. Shaundi has 3 jobs, which I'm just like, people be saying how do they do. I was like, listen, when I was in my early 20s, I don't have no grandpapa nowhere with a trust fund to give me. Like I was working I worked 2 bookstores, assistant manager for a cookie store, and then I was a ballet. Like I'm not an usher. And at one point I was working as dealers, as like basically model/sales consultant. Like I was doing a lot because the bills don't stop. Like the money doesn't stop. But anyways, that's my review for episodes 1 and 2. Definitely stay tuned tomorrow for episodes 3 and 4. And I don't know, I just feel like this season gives me promise of just changes. Like, I really hope that they can get their pay, because it's been kind of like in the air about getting the pay. The boot camp, I feel like for the boot camp, I get doing 45 to 36, but I don't know. I feel like we gotta understand the difference between doing stuff for drama and doing stuff that makes sense. Because if I had a group of 36, I would have it where only 40 girls are going to boot camp, okay? Because that way we don't gotta sit here and play.